capito la radio.
Is this a new Marilyn, a new style?
No, I'm the same person, but it's a different suit.
Welcome back to Marilyn Monroe-A-Thon, where we look at the catalogue of starring roles of a little-known actress called Marilyn Monroe. At this point, after years of graft in the studio system, Monroe was definitely a celebrity, but Niagara could be argued to be the film that officially made her a star. And after this, she pretty much always had top billing role for the rest of her career. To right, we start the movie with this guy, George Loomis, who, is just projecting his inadequacies at the falls.
It had 10,000 years to get independent. What's so wonderful about that?
Get it? Right, so the first 10 minutes of this movie is basically like the extended travelogue of these two honeymooners, Polly and Ray Cutler. They're on a belated vacation to the falls, where they meet the couple that are going to make this a holiday from hell. George and Rose Loomis. Did I mention this movie is what really made her a star? Yeah. But things seem to be amiss considering George's reaction to a song Rose requested during an evening party. Jesus, mate! And this leads to him revealing that not all things are well in his marriage.
I met her in a big beer hall. She was the most popular waitress they had. I guess it was the way she put the beer on the table.
Did we ask?
Occupational therapy!
We should go. But his worries aren't unfounded, cause it turns out Rose, along with her lover, are planning to have George murdered, and happen to be putting that plan into action the very next day. It's so strange seeing Monroe play a villain, a character who is irredeemably doing something evil. In Don't Bother to Knock, the character may have been willing to commit terrible acts, horrifying at some points, but Monroe still managed to invoke sympathy for Nell. Not so for Rose, she is a stone-cold dame. So we're made to believe that their plan went correctly and Rose begins to put on the crocodile tears to convince everyone he's gone missing. And this is the part of the film where cinema's most famous walk was introduced. Yep. There she goes. But George isn't dead, and after accidentally letting Polly know this...
I was half asleep.
Yes? Oh, now look, darling, it was probably just a nightmare. Now calm yourself down.
Silly woman. Having dreams. Follows her to a health and safety nightmare of a tourist attraction where you can skip along slippery wooden bridges right underneath the falls. No. To convince her not to tell anyone he's still alive. By slowly walking towards her Jason Voorhees style. Yeah, I'm sure that's going to convince her to listen to you. Also, side note, completely unrelated to the story, Jean Peters is adorable in that yellow jacket. I mean, she is an absolute cutie. George sends a message out to Rose by using the early days of Spotify, and through this sort of surrealist scene, Rose realises her scheme did not work. Makeup still looks great though. So Rose tries to escape. Just stay in a crowded area. What's he gonna do? You're not playing a dumb blonde in this one! What follows is a suspense-fueled scene as Rose is chased by George higher and higher up the tower until finally the traitorous blonde is made as silent as the bells around her. Somewhere Alfred Hitchcock is smiling. In George's attempt to escape, oh, irony of ironies, he ends up hijacking the boat that Polly just happens to be on.
I killed Rose.
Kick his ass, Polly! They're going over, aren't they? To be fair, I think we would have felt cheated if someone didn't end up falling over the edge. I just didn't expect this movie to end with a boat chase a la Miami Vice. Thankfully, Polly is safe. But Mr. Loomis? They are never gonna get that deposit back.
I know you've seen enough of the falls for one trip, but don't cross us off your list.
Honey, let's never come back here again. You know, I never had a chance to check out Niagara organically. My first introduction to Monroe was her comedies and musicals. So in my mind, I very much have that image of the dumb blonde. So seeing her in this very formulaic femme fatale role, it's so strange for me. It's definitely one to check out for the Monroe fans. Granted, she's not in it as much as you might expect, despite what the billing might try to tell you. But it's also a classic that you should check out nonetheless, even though it's filmed in vibrant Technicolor. This is a strict film noir movie. Lighting, story, camera work, it's all indicative of a classic film noir, but in glorious colour that really does the falls justice. Speaking of, I think I might go see if the Crowne Plaza has any rooms available for next year. Anybody want to join me?